Imagine stepping into a world where the very essence of life is explored not through rigid doctrines or structured dogma, but through the balance of nature, human connection, and the rhythms of the universe. This is the realm of two ancient Chinese philosophies that have shaped the course of history, guided personal lives, and influenced entire cultures for centuries. Taoism and Confucianism, though born from the same land, present distinctly different paths toward understanding human existence, ethics, and the universe. Both systems offer profound insights, yet they diverge sharply in their approaches to living a fulfilled life. So, how do these two ancient schools of thought differ? And what can we learn from comparing their teachings? Join me as we unravel the key differences and similarities between Taoism and Confucianism. Welcome, fellow seekers of wisdom, to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you here with us today. If you're someone who enjoys delving into ancient philosophies, exploring cultural histories, and discovering new perspectives, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the rich and fascinating world of Taoism and Confucianism. Whether you're just beginning to explore these philosophies or you're looking to expand your understanding, there's always something new to learn, so let's get started. At its core, Taoism is a philosophy that stresses the importance of living in harmony with the Tao, often translated as the way or the path. The Tao is not a god or a deity, but is instead an all-encompassing force that flows through the universe, guiding the natural order. This concept emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things and encourages an individual to align themselves with the rhythms of nature, embracing simplicity and spontaneity in life. The foundational text of Taoism is the Tao Te Ching, attributed to the legendary sage Laozi. This short yet profound work of literature offers a series of aphorisms and poetic verses, many of which point to the concept of Wu Wei, or non-action. But what does this mean? Wu Wei does not imply passivity or laziness, but rather a state of effortless action that comes from aligning with the natural flow of the universe. It's about responding to life's challenges without forcing outcomes, trusting in the inherent wisdom of the Tao. A key aspect of Taoism is its emphasis on balance. The concept of yin and yang, symbolized by the complementary forces of light and dark, is essential to Taoist thought. These forces are not seen as opposites, but as interdependent, creating a dynamic and harmonious whole. In Taoism, everything has its place, and by understanding the interplay between opposites, one can live a life of peace and contentment. Additionally, Taoism values simplicity in daily living. The philosophy encourages people to let go of unnecessary desires, materialism, and the constant pursuit of achievement. Instead, it advocates for a return to innocence and spontaneity, qualities that are often lost in the complexities of modern life. On the other hand, Confucianism, founded by the sage Confucius during the 5th to 6th centuries BCE, is primarily concerned with the cultivation of moral virtues and the establishment of harmony in social relationships. While Taoism looks inward and embraces the natural world as a source of wisdom, Confucianism emphasizes human interaction and ethical conduct as the foundation for a good life. At the heart of Confucianism is the idea of ren, often translated as benevolence or humaneness. Ren is the virtue of compassion, kindness, and empathy towards others, and it is considered the highest moral quality a person can possess. Confucius believed that an individual should strive to be virtuous not only for their own well-being, but also for the well-being of society as a whole. Confucianism emphasizes the importance of relationships, both familial and societal. The 5 relationships, which form the cornerstone of Confucian thought, are ruler to subject, father to son, husband to wife, elder brother to younger brother, and friend to friend. Each of these relationships comes with a set of ethical responsibilities that maintain social order and harmony. For instance, a ruler is expected to be just and benevolent, while a subject should be loyal and respectful. The father should be loving and protective, while the son should be obedient and respectful. In this way, Confucianism creates a blueprint for how individuals should act toward one another to foster a harmonious society. Confucius also stressed the importance of education and self-cultivation. A person's moral development is seen as an ongoing process that requires continual effort. The cultivation of virtue through learning, reflection, and practice is essential for both personal growth and the stability of society. The Analects, a collection of sayings and ideas attributed to Confucius, serve as the primary text of Confucianism. In these teachings, Confucius emphasizes the role of the junzi, or gentleman, as a model of ethical conduct. The junzi is someone who is wise, virtuous, and morally upright, and they serve as an example for others to follow. While Taoism and Confucianism are both concerned with the cultivation of a good life, their approaches to achieving this differ significantly. View of human nature. Taoism takes a more optimistic view of human nature, believing that humans are inherently good and that their true nature can be discovered by returning to simplicity and natural harmony. Taoists believe that by aligning oneself with the Tao, one can rediscover the innate wisdom within. Confucianism, on the other hand, takes a more structured approach, positing that humans are not inherently perfect and must cultivate virtue through education, self-discipline, and ethical behavior. While Confucians believe in the possibility of moral improvement, they emphasize the importance of external guidance, such as family, society, and tradition, to help individuals grow. Role of social order. Confucianism is heavily focused on the importance of social order and relationships. It places great value on maintaining harmony in society through the fulfillment of roles and responsibilities. For Confucius, social harmony is key to a peaceful and prosperous life. Taoism, in contrast, is less concerned with social roles and structures. While it recognizes the importance of harmony, Taoism suggests that social conventions should not be forced or overemphasized, as they may interfere with a person's natural alignment with the Tao. Taoism advocates for individual freedom and spontaneity, rather than strict adherence to social norms. Emphasis on virtue. For Confucians, virtue is primarily cultivated through education and active engagement with the world. This includes the practice of rituals, the development of moral character, and the fostering of harmonious relationships. In Taoism, virtue is cultivated by aligning oneself with the natural world and living in accordance with the Tao. Taoists do not see virtue as something to be acquired through external effort, but rather as something to be allowed to flow naturally when one is in harmony with the Tao. The role of the individual. In Confucianism, the individual is seen as part of a larger social fabric, with personal growth being intrinsically linked to the well-being of others. The cultivation of one's moral character benefits society as a whole. Taoism, however, places more emphasis on the individual's internal journey. It stresses personal freedom and the importance of going with the flow of life, rather than striving for external goals or societal approval. Taoism is more concerned with inner peace and spiritual alignment than with fulfilling external duties. Despite their differences, Taoism and Confucianism share a few key similarities. Focus on harmony. Both philosophies value harmony, whether it is the harmony between humans and the natural world, Taoism, or the harmony between individuals within society, Confucianism. In both systems, achieving balance and avoiding extremes are seen as essential to a fulfilling life. Moral development. Both Taoism and Confucianism emphasize the importance of moral development. While they differ in their methods, Confucianism through education and social order, and Taoism through personal alignment with nature, both believe that individuals must cultivate virtue in order to live a good life. Influence on Chinese culture. Both Taoism and Confucianism have played significant roles in shaping Chinese culture, ethics, and worldview. Although Taoism and Confucianism often contrast in their views, they have influenced each other over time, and many Chinese people historically have found ways to integrate both philosophies into their lives. In conclusion, Taoism and Confucianism, though distinct in their approaches, both offer valuable paths for living a fulfilling life. Taoism invites us to reconnect with the natural world, embrace simplicity, and flow with the rhythms of life. Confucianism encourages us to cultivate virtue, build meaningful relationships, and contribute to the well-being of society. While one path may resonate more deeply with a particular individual, both philosophies offer timeless wisdom that remains relevant to this day. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Taoism and Confucianism, be sure to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel for more insightful discussions on ancient philosophies and other fascinating topics. Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, and keep unfolding the journey of life. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. If you're fascinated by these philosophies, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspectives on Taoism, Confucianism, or how these teachings have shaped your own life. Keep the conversation going and join us on the next leg of this unfolding journey.